Which are the words that are describing those nouns? We have little and also we have small. The words that tell us about what kind of noun it is are called as adjective of quality. Quantity told you about some measurable quantity, that is how much. You cannot count it but you can measure it. Fine. Whenever you are using a pronoun as an adjective or anywhere, so you will not use an apostrophe there. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shalini, Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Today we are here to understand one of the language component parts prescribed by University of Mysuru for 4th Sem B.B.A. Today we are going to understand about identification of adjectives. So let us see what is there in today's session. We are going to understand about the meaning of an adjective. Then we are also going to understand the types of adjectives, kinds of adjectives and how to identify that. So let us begin our session today. So to begin with, we need to understand the meaning of adjectives. So what is an adjective? You might have learnt about this from a very young age, probably grade 2 or so. But just to brush it up, I'm just giving you the meaning of an adjective. So words that tell us about the shape, size, quantity, color, or maybe the number, nationality or the nature of any noun or a pronoun also in some cases. So they are called as adjectives. For example, this little girl has caught a small fish. So let me just identify the nouns for you. Nouns are naming words. Okay. So what are nouns here? So girl is a noun here and fish is a noun here. Fine. So which are the words that are describing those nouns? We have little and also we have small. Fine. So in the second sentence, the German people are good football players. So here you can see German is describing the word people, good is describing football players and football is in turn describing players. So there are many adjectives over here in this sentence. Dolphins are most intelligent animals. So most intelligent is describing the word animals and their friendly appearance makes them popular among children. So there are many adjectives in this sentence also. That is a rough road, but this one is smooth. Rough road. Rough is describing the word road and smooth is also describing the word road. So these are few examples of adjectives that you can see in the example sentences that are given here. So you know what is an adjective? Adjectives are describing words. They describe about nouns. Fine. Let us move on to understand the types of adjectives here. Which are the different kinds of adjectives? We are basically learning 6 types of adjectives. There are many more. If we corner down in minute details, if we look into and corner down, we'll get more types. Up to 8 to 10 types we will get. But we are going to understand only the broad 6 types of adjectives here. So we have adjective of quality, quantity, number. Then we have possessive adjective, interrogative adjective and demonstrative adjective. So let me not explain to you everything in this. I'll give you examples and then explain to you each and every type of adjective. So let us go to the first type of adjective, that is adjective of quality. So there are few rules and there are few points through which you can identify which is the type of adjective. So here you can see we are learning about adjective of quality here. The words that tell us about what kind of noun it is are called as adjective of quality. So in order to identify any adjective of quality, you need to ask this question, what kind of noun it is. So you ask this question. If you get an answer, then that is an adjective of quality. They also tell us about the nature, shape, size, color and nationality. So these are the things that the adjective of quality talks about. If at all it is telling about the nationality, what kind of people are good football players? German people. So that tells about the nationality. Which fish, what kind of fish did the small girl catch? She caught a big fish or a small fish. So it tells us about the size of the fish. Okay, what box do you have? I have a square box. So there you can understand the shape. Do you have a big box? Yes, I do have a big box. What kind of box is it? It is a big box. There you get to know the size. So what kind of a person this is? So this person is very moody person. So moody, or maybe a calm person, a jovial person. So what is the nature of this person? So there you get to know the adjective of quality, that is what kind of person that is. So these are the qualities that the adjective of quality talks about. Then these words answer the question what kind of. As I told here, these words answer the question what kind of noun it is. Fine. So these words need not be used with nouns always. So this is usually adjectives are used with nouns only, but adjective of quality has an exception. You need not have to use it with nouns always. Let me give you an example for that. I am giving you two examples. One word wherein the adjective is used, one sentence wherein the adjective is used along with the noun. The same adjective can be used without the noun also. And this adjective is an adjective of quality. So let me just tell you, he is a good man. If I say, so man is a noun here, good is an adjective here. Okay, what kind of man is he? He is a good man. So good is describing the word man, and what kind of is the question it is answering. So good comes under adjective of quality. Suppose I stop the sentence here only. He is good. So here this word is describing this pronoun he. Fine. So good becomes an adjective and it is adjective of quality. So there are sentences wherein you can use it with a noun or without a noun also is possible, but this is possible only with adjective of quality. Fine. So let us move on to few examples which you can see here. This little girl has caught a small fish. Those examples which I gave you before. So all these are here. So you can see the size here. Fine. The nationality here. Fine. Then you have this most intelligent. What kind of animals? It is talking about the nature. Most intelligent is the nature of dolphins. This saree is smooth. It is talking about the texture of the saree, and that is rough. This also. And she is wearing a pretty dress. What kind of dress? It is a pretty dress. So these are the examples of adjective of quality. Let us move on to adjective of quantity. Quantity, as you know, the word says adjective of quantity means those words that talk about the number of that is the quantity of an adjective. It doesn't tell you the exact number, but it tells you a measurable quantity. It tells you about something which is measurable, but not about something which is countable. Let me brief you with examples here. So these words tell us about the quantity of the noun. As I told, this name holds good over here, quantity of noun. They answer the question how much. So you ask this question how much, whatever answer you get, that will be adjective of quantity. These words should always be used with nouns. So this is a rule over here. So these words must be used with nouns. If not, if used alone, in rare cases they are used separately also. Without nouns also they can be used. So let me give you a few examples here. There are some chocolates in the fridge. So which are the nouns in this sentence? You have fridge as a noun and chocolate as a noun in this sentence. So how much chocolate is left? There are some chocolates that are left. So this is an adjective of quantity. Another example, is there any milk left? How much milk is left, you are asking. So how much is the milk left? So any milk. Okay, you are not asking how much is the milk left, is there any milk left? So any comes under how much, the quantity, some measurable quantity. Okay, so here this comes under adjective of quantity. In this last example, I have a few pieces of cake. So few pieces, few becomes the adjective here. So pieces of cake, they come and this phrase comes under a noun. Okay, so this can be a noun phrase or can also be only single word, that is a noun. So this is all about adjective of quantity. Now we'll move on to adjective of number. Quantity told you about some measurable quantity, that is how much. You cannot count it, but you can measure it. Fine. So here we come across another type of adjective which you can count, adjective of number. So here these words tell us about the number of noun. You can count these adjectives. So they answer the question how many. So whenever you ask this question how many, whatever answer you get, they come under adjectives of number. So basically it is telling you the exact number of noun or a pronoun that is there in the sentence. Okay. So quantity tells you how much, that is you cannot count, but this is used only for countable nouns here. So next, these words should always be used with nouns. Yeah, this is also a rule here. You should always use these words along with nouns. In very rare cases, when the sentence is incomplete, so that time sometimes it is used without nouns also. Fine. So here in these two examples, there are two kittens in the garden. So which are the nouns here? This is a noun and this is a noun. Okay. You are not using any adjective here. You are not describing it. Fine. So how many? 2. So this becomes an adjective. Here also again, I bought 5 liters of milk. So liters of milk is actually a noun. So this tells us how many liters. Fine. So this becomes an adjective. Okay. So this tells you exactly about the number of the nouns that are there. So now going to the next one, it is possessive adjective. The word possessive actually means something that belongs to somebody. Okay. So whenever you're talking about some belongingness, it can be any kind of a belongingness. So whenever you're talking about it, you use this possessive adjective to denote that. So what is it that we need to learn about possessive adjective? These words tell us that noun, any noun in that sentence belongs to somebody. Okay. So the sense of belongingness is nothing but possessiveness. Fine. So these words answer the question whose. So whenever you are asking this question whose, whatever answer you're getting, that comes under this possessive adjective. So these words should always be used with nouns. So you need to take care of it. You always have to use it with nouns. Apostrophe should not be used with possessive adjectives. So you know, right, whenever it is possessive noun, you use an apostrophe. For example, John's book or something like this. Okay, John apostrophe S, John's book. Okay, so this way you are not using any apostrophe whenever you are talking about possessive adjective. Let me tell you a few examples. This is my idea. So this idea belongs to this person. My idea. So my is the possessive adjective here. In this example, here are our books. So here are our books. Books is noun. Are is the adjective here. Fine. Suppose you use it in this way. You might get confused when you use sentences like this. For example, this idea is mine. Suppose you use it this way. You may feel that this idea belongs to me. So mine is an adjective, you may feel. But no, after this, there is no noun. Hence, this does not become an adjective. This is not an adjective, but it is a pronoun. Okay, it is a possessive pronoun. So whenever you are using it with a noun, it becomes an adjective. Whenever you are not using it with noun, it does not become an adjective. It becomes a pronoun in turn. Fine. Then I spoke about apostrophe. So where do you use this? Suppose I say, these books are yours, I say. Okay. Whenever I say yours, I am writing it together. I am not writing Y-O-U-R-S. Okay. I am not writing it this way. This way is the correct one, because whenever you are writing a pronoun, okay, so that time you will not use an apostrophe anywhere. Fine. Whenever you are using a pronoun as an adjective or anywhere, so you will not use an apostrophe there. So please make sure you use it without an apostrophe in the sentence. Fine. So these are the examples of possessive adjectives. Now let us move to the further one, that is interrogative adjective. So what does this word interrogative mean? Interrogative means a question. Fine. Interrogation, the police interrogation you might have heard, right? So police is doing interrogation means the police is questioning the criminal or the person who is accused. Okay, so that way interrogation means to question. Interrogative adjective means those adjectives that you use to question. So those are called as interrogative adjective. So these are the words that are used to ask questions. And of course, these words also should always be used with nouns. So here in these examples, you can see whose idea is this? Idea is a noun and whose is asking a question about it. This is a noun and this becomes an adjective because it always has to be used along with nouns. So here you can see what noise was that? Noise is a noun. What is an adjective here? Next example, which movie are you watching? Again, this is a noun. This is an adjective. Okay, let me tell you the difference between this interrogative pronoun and an interrogative adjective because you tend to get confused between those two. So let me just make small correction in this sentence only. Okay, suppose I say whose, I have used whose idea is this, but I'm going to make a small change here. Whose is this idea? Suppose I make a question like this, then after this interrogative word, I am using a verb. So, this does not become an adjective. Instead, it becomes an interrogative pronoun. So, here also, what is that noise or what was that noise? Okay, so that time I am not using what and noise together. So, that time it becomes the word what becomes an interrogative pronoun. Here also, which is the movie you are watching? That time I am not using which and movie together. So whenever I am not using that word which, that is the interrogative word along with the noun, that time it does not become an adjective. So you please do not get confused. In your exam, they might give this sentence and ask you to identify which type of adjective it is or identify the adjective. But please do not get confused. If you are using a verb after the interrogative word, then obviously it will not become an interrogative adjective. It is a pronoun. So here you can see idea is a noun here. Whose idea? You are using it along with the noun. Whose, the word interrogative word is used along with the noun. Yes, and then only it becomes an adjective. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Demonstrative adjectives. So demonstrative, the word demonstrative actually means to show, to demonstrate. Suppose I am talking about something here. Suppose I have a pen. So this is my pen. I say I am demonstrating the pen in front of you and telling that it is mine. It belongs to me. So the word this, that, these and those. Only these are the 4 demonstrative words that are there in English that is used to demonstrate. Okay, which are the words? This, that, these and those. Fine. In some cases, such is also used. Fine. This and that used for singular. These and those used for plural. So, you need to keep this in mind. And let me tell you, this and these are used to show some nearby items. And that and those are used to show far off items. Okay, so this much is clear. These are the 4 demonstrative pronouns that are there in English. So these pronouns can be used as adjectives. When does a pronoun become an adjective? When that pronoun is used along with a noun. Okay, adjectives are always used with nouns, isn't it? So this pronouns you can change it into adjectives by just using it along with nouns. So let us just see the rules what are there. The words are used to point at nouns. You are pointing at it, you are showing and talking about it. So that becomes a demonstrative adjective. These words should always be used with nouns. So let me just give you a few examples here. This car is ours. Car is a noun and this you are using it just before the noun. Fine. So this you are using to demonstrate. You are showing that car. This car is ours. So you are showing that and talking. So you are demonstrating something and you are using it just before the noun. Hence this becomes a demonstrative adjective. Similarly, in the next example, those books. Books is noun and those is adjective. Those books belong to the students. These bags are noun here, then these becomes the adjective here. Again, that pen is not writing, pen is a noun here and that is an adjective. Okay, so this you can keep it in mind. Let me just give you some different sentences wherein that is used in a sentence but it is not used as an adjective. For example, I am going to make a small change here. That is our car. Okay, so here you can see that is used to point at that car, but after that this is not a noun. It is a verb that is being used. So this does not become an adjective. This becomes a pronoun. Okay, similarly here also those books, yes, they are adjective here. Those belong to the students if you say, then also it does not become an adjective. It becomes a pronoun only. Okay, so what word you are using after the word is what matters. Okay, after the word if you are using a noun, then only it qualifies, the previous word qualifies into an adjective. Okay, so these were the 6 types of adjectives that we learnt in today's session. So please go through the recorded lecture. Any doubts you have, please make a note of it. You can get the doubts clarified in the physical classes. So let us meet again in another more interesting topics. We are left out are the drama. Okay, so yes, we are going to understand about the drama in 2 parts in our coming sessions. So keep learning children. Let us meet shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.